In Series 11, Episode 7 of Doctor Who, the Doctor and co find themselves on Candokus Moon, the location of Kerblam's main headquarters. In order to find who sent them a help-me-note on a slip that came with a fez the Doctor had ordered, the group go undercover by getting jobs in the warehouse. These jobs are assigned by the system after the Doctor, Yaz, Ryan and Graham have been scanned and assessed. From what I've seen, the general consensus on this seems to be that the Kerblam system purposely assigned the Doctor to maintenance, so she'll be working alongside Charlie, the person who has been causing trouble, presumably in the hopes that she'll be able to suss him out faster if he's right under her nose. This is something I've always questioned a little bit. First of all, I wonder if it's the case at all that the system purposely put her with Charlie, and second of all, I wonder if it is the case that the system purposely put her with Charlie, then why did they write it in the way that they did? Let me explain. There are 3 different jobs the Doctor and companions are assigned to: collecting, maintenance, and packing. Collecting requires a person to move around a big warehouse finding specific items in a timely manner. Maintenance requires a person to go around Kerblam cleaning and fixing things on a tight schedule, and packing requires a person to stand at a station packing items. The work assignments are as follows. Ryan and Graham are assigned to packing, the Doctor is assigned to maintenance, and Yaz is assigned to collecting. My main gripe with the idea that the system purposely put the Doctor in maintenance so that she would be with Charlie is that if you think about the requirements for the jobs and the capabilities the characters have, they're all put exactly where it would make sense for them to be. The Doctor is the fittest of the group and has the best memory, so traversing the warehouse quickly and memorising the layout would be a breeze for her, while Ryan and Graham are, due to Ryan's dyspraxia and Graham's age, far better suited to packing because they don't have to worry about moving around too much. Yaz is kind of the odd one out in that she could probably get by doing any of these jobs just fine, but it makes sense to put the others where they would do the most efficient work and then put Yaz in the leftover spot. I don't necessarily think that interfering with job placements is something the systems wouldn't be capable of. In fact, I think it sounds exactly like something the system would do. I'm just not convinced that that's what the episode shows us. If 13 was always going to be suited to the job that Charlie was in anyways, then the system didn't actually need to do any interfering at all, so why do people assume that it did? I think the only counter I've seen to the argument that the systems didn't interfere because the Doctor would have always been put there anyways is that the warehouse is a very big place, likely with many jobs, not just the 3 jobs our characters are assigned to. So how can we say the system didn't interfere when there's potentially a different job out there which would be even more perfect? I understand where people are coming from with this argument because it is very likely that a warehouse with 10,000 workers has more than 3 jobs available, but I don't think, well, there's probably some other job in that big warehouse she'd be better suited to is an argument that holds much weight if we don't actually hear anything about such a job. I am firmly of the opinion that the system didn't do any interfering because it didn't need to, but it would have if it was necessary. But what if people are correct and the intention of the episode is that the system put the Doctor in maintenance specifically so she would be with Charlie? I would say that if that was the intention, it was done very poorly. If they wanted us to think the system put the Doctor in a job purely to get her near Charlie and they wanted us to look back on it like, wow, the answer was there the entire time, the system purposely put the Doctor with the bad guy, then they should have put Charlie in a job that wasn't best suited to the Doctor, or had one of the companions put in a job not suited to them because the system needed to put the Doctor there instead. Like if Charlie worked in packing so the system put Ryan in maintenance and the Doctor in packing, I'd be far more willing to believe the system did some interfering because it's pretty clear that Ryan has no business being in maintenance and the Doctor will be wasted in packing. In conclusion, I can't sit here and be like, yeah, of course the system purposely put the Doctor in maintenance with Charlie when there was a scene of everyone literally getting scanned for the perfect job for them and then the Doctor gets assigned to the perfect job for her. I think that's all I have to say about this specific topic, but if you disagree and want to share your thoughts or agree and have more thoughts to add, then feel free to leave a comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.